Hey guys, Bitcoin is at 59,200 and it's Saturday. And I want to spend this episode talking about this book and what it can teach you about cryptocurrencies. This book came out quite a while ago. The authors have since passed, Jack Trout and now Ries. And this is really a short book, but it's an amazing book on marketing. And I think it can tell you a lot about cryptocurrency. So we have the human brain cannot hold in its mind all these different brands, these concepts, and tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies. So we simplify things. And in our quest of simplification, we make simple, broad categorizations. So whoever wins the category initially tends to keep the category forever. So if I say ketchup, you say Heinz. If I say rental car, you say Hertz. If I say digital store of value, you say Bitcoin. And those are all the same. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about ketchup. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. The first person to cross the Atlantic in a plane, that's Charles Lindbergh. All these things get positioned in the mind and never can get dislodged. That's just the way it works. And this book really goes into all those examples. And it says, if you look at for example, a soft drink market, the winner, Coke, takes at least 60% of the market. The number two takes at most 30% of the market, right? The number three, the number two being Pepsi, and the number three at the time of the book was RC Cola, and that gets 10% of the market. So I think in terms of crypto, you have Bitcoin with 60% of the market. You have ETH with something like 20 or 30% of the market, and then you have number three, let's just call it Solana, at 5% of the market. And that's kind of the way it's bound to always be. Now, how do you escape this trap as a cryptocurrency? Well, or as a product? Well, you have to reinvent your product category, right? So, in the case of Pepsi, they didn't just say, we're kind of like Coke or we're not as good. They said, we're the uncola. What Avis did is say, we're not as good as Hertz, but we try harder. And that campaign made the brand of Avis, right? If, Snapple was trying to compete in the tea business, but they said, we're not just tea, we're like a tea beverage, a tea soda. And that kind of created their own category. So if you can create your own category, you kind of win. Now, in crypto, there really is the store of value category, which is Bitcoin. And if you try to go up against that by saying we're not sound money, we're ultra sound money, that's just a terrible idea. You can never do that. And that really was a terrible idea for Ethereum. So they basically started with this idea of we're a smart contract platform. That was a good idea. But then they changed it. They got a little bit too much Bitcoin envy and they said, no. We're better than Bitcoin. We're we're ultra sound money. And the public just said, no, you're not. You're not ultra sound money. You're just a wannabe ultra sound money. So I think that positioning was really devastating for Ethereum. And then Solana came in and said, we're fast smart contracts, right? So they kind of got that niche. And now Ethereum is sort of backtracking and they're saying, whoa. We're kind of smart contracts. We're kind of smart money, sound money. We're not quite as fast as Solana. So now Ethereum's having this really basic positioning problem. And I think that tells you something. Now, if you look at the we're fast smart contracts market, I think Solana's nailed that now. And everybody thinks if it's fast and if it's smart contracts, it's going to be Solana. Now, you've got new entrants like Sui that are coming in, and they're saying, we're even faster than Solana, and we have predictable fees. But it's not enough, right? So Solana basically won the category. And I don't think Sui is going to be successful because I just don't think from a positioning standpoint, the average cryptocurrency investor is going to change their perception that Solana is fast smart contracts. So again, I recommend this book. I think it's fantastic. It's a really short read. It's, it's 200 pages, but very, very short. It's really, really funny. I wish these guys were around to kind of opine on cryptocurrencies. They would have a blast. Anyways, highly recommend this book. I believe it's available in audio as well. And I will catch you guys later. Thanks, guys.